Good afternoon. Welcome to our online information session for the Child Development Associate Certificate. My name is Dana Benzo, and I work for the New York Early Childhood Professional Development Institute, who partners with the CUNY School of Professional Studies on this program. We will provide you with as much information as we can in this short presentation today and encourage you to submit questions throughout. If time permits, we will answer the questions after the presentation, and we will also send answers to all questions when we conclude. This program, which is the only comprehensive credit-bearing CDA program in New York City, consists of 4 courses. EDUC 200, Child Development, Birth to 5 Years, EDUC 201, Observing and Recording the Development of the Young Child, EDUC 202, Integrated Curriculum and Learning Environments, and EDUC 203, Family, Program, and Professional Dynamics. The program is designed for students to take in sequence to allow for the foundation of working with young children to be established in the first and second courses before exploring the more complex aspects of the field in the third and fourth courses. Each course runs on the CUNY academic calendar, which is 15 weeks in the fall and spring semesters. The first 2 courses in the series may be taken simultaneously in one semester, with the remaining 2 courses being split between the next 2 semesters. Potentially, you could finish the CDA certificate in 3 15-week semesters. We do also provide options based upon academic performance in the first 2 courses to take the last 2 classes in the same semester as well, but that would be based on your instructor's feedback and recommendation. Our courses fulfill the 120-hour formal coursework requirement necessary for the Child Development Associate credential, which is awarded by the Council for Professional Recognition. The CDA is the foundation of an early childhood educator's career path. It's the most widely recognized national credential in early childhood education and is based on a core set of competency standards. Graduates of our program not only receive 12 undergraduate college credits, but also preparation to attain the national CDA credential. Receipt of this credential can help graduates on the path towards achieving a degree in early childhood education. In order to earn the CDA credential, students must complete the required courses at the CUNY School of Professional Studies, their supervised fieldwork hours, a portfolio, and a formal observation to be submitted to the Council for Professional Recognition for review. After this presentation, we will provide you with the New York State Career Ladder document. As the Career Ladder document will show, the CDA is a key stepping stone on the path of career advancement in early childhood education. The competency standards guide early care and learning professionals as they work toward becoming qualified teachers of young children. These professionals have the knowledge of how to put the CDA competency standards into practice and the understanding of how the standards help children move with success from one developmental stage to another. The Child Development Associate CDA credential is the best first step because it is based on the knowledge of the nation's leading scholars in early care and learning. Utilizing multiple sources of evidence, the CDA is the only comprehensive system of its kind that recognizes the essential competencies needed by entry-level as well as all early childhood professionals. The CDA credentialing process is a powerful, cohesive professional development experience infused with meaningful activities that facilitate the reflective practice of working professionals. Many people ask why they should pursue the CDA. Others wonder if they should enroll in an ECE degree program rather than the CDA. There are even some that already hold degrees in areas other than early childhood education and question why a CDA would be beneficial when working with young children. Although we always encourage a continuous path of education and professional development, we recognize that students attending many degree programs in early childhood education don't always have the opportunity to experience coursework, specifically in early childhood education, until the final semesters. For others that are new to the field of early childhood education, they may not know if they really want to work in a classroom environment prior to committing to a degree. For both of these situations, the CUNY CDA provides a clear framework of the knowledge, skills, and dispositions required by any individual working with young children, as well as the expectations and responsibilities of the greater profession. Our coursework is also appropriate for those individuals that hold childhood education degrees and need early childhood credits to fulfill certification requirements, as well as those seeking to renew their CDA credential. In order to get the CDA credential, you have a fieldwork requirement. The requirement is 480 hours of experience working with children from birth to 5 years in group care. We've broken that down by 120 hours per course. Throughout each course, your instructor will visit you at your fieldwork site twice to observe how you are applying the content from the coursework into your daily practice with children and families. Upon entering the program, students decide which CDA, infant toddler, birth to 36 months, preschool, 3 to 5-year-olds, or family child care, birth to 5 years, designation they would like to obtain. All assignments and fieldwork will focus on this age group. Your hours can be conducted at your current place of employment if it is a licensed family child care home or group family or a licensed child care center. If you are not currently working, we will place you in a program. What are the expectations of students? These are college courses, and each of the 4 courses within the program prepares students to successfully develop a professional portfolio consisting of a collection of early childhood resources you will develop that represent the 6 competency standards, 13 functional areas, and your direct work with children and families. In addition to your resource collection, the portfolio will contain 6 reflective statements of competency, or essays, that demonstrate your knowledge, understanding, and application of your teaching practices within each of the 6 competency standards. I'd now like to introduce Kim Enoch from the CUNY School of Professional Studies.
Thank you very much, Dana. I'd like to talk a little bit about the application process of joining our CDA program. There are several admissions requirements. First, you must complete an online application and pay a $70 application fee. Applicants must be 18 years of age or older and hold either a high school diploma or the equivalent. In addition, our school will need an official transcript showing the award of that high school diploma or GED. And finally, our school also will request a personal statement along with your application. This personal statement could speak about your educational background, your career goals, why you believe the CDA program is a good match for you, or why you're interested in the field of early childhood education. Our applications for the fall 2014 term are due by August 8th of this year. You'll also see the link for our online application at the bottom of this slide. After you've been accepted into our program, you will be provided with registration information for our courses. You will be provided with this information from our staff. You may register for courses by returning a fall 2014 CDA registration form. And again, you're provided with this form after you've only been admitted into our program. Our CDA program is unique in that we provide our students with comprehensive supports to acquire the knowledge, skills, and dispositions to achieve the CDA, as well as provide high-quality care and education to young children. Since the supports are built into this program, we're unable to accept coursework taken outside of our program. Classes are held at our school, which is located in Midtown Manhattan at 119 West 31st Street. Our fall 2014 courses will be held on Saturdays, beginning on August 30th and ending on December 20th. The course schedule is as follows. For most of you folks, obviously Education 200 and Education 201, which are the first 2 courses in the program, are most relevant. Education 201 will be held on Saturdays from 9:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock. Education 201, Observing and Recording, will be held on Saturday afternoons from 1 o'clock to 3:30. Education 202, Integrated Curriculum and Learning Environments, will be held on Saturdays from 1 o'clock to 3:30. And Education 203 will be held in the morning, 9:30 to 12 o'clock noon. I'd like to speak a little bit about tuition assistance for this program. We get a lot of questions about what assistance is available for our students. There is a program called the Educational Incentive Program, EIP. The EIP is an online application process. Again, you can see the link included here, and we'll send this information after our presentation today. You must submit the following information with your application: your most recent federal income tax return, employment verification. Please note that proof of continuous employment for 6 months or more in a licensed child care program is required if you are applying for EIP. The EIP application for fall 2014, and this is very important, is expected to be available next Thursday, May 15th. We really encourage, and we can't say this enough, for folks who are interested in applying for EIP to apply next Thursday. It's awarded on a first-come, first-served basis. You'll see at the top of this slide the tuition and fees for the fall. One course is approximately $850. For 2 courses, it's approximately $1,600. The specific tuition is listed again on this slide. In addition to the EIP, our school offers a tuition payment plan as an alternative, in paying for education expenses. Again, we can provide more information to you should you be interested in the payment plan. In the short time that we have left, we'd like to now ask if there are any questions that we can help answer at this time about the program. Before we go and do that, however, I'd like to just draw your attention to our contact information. Dana Benzo's contact information is located at the bottom of this slide. My colleague Jen O'Brien, her telephone number and email address are also listed on this slide. For questions about the application and registration processes, please contact Jen O'Brien. For questions about EIP and questions involving how you would actually get your CDA credential, please feel free to contact Dana Benzo. Again, her phone number and email address are located at the bottom of this slide.
Okay, I see some questions coming in. The first one is, are any of the courses offered in languages other than English? At this time, there are not. We only offer them in English, but we do have a lot of English language learners that are in the classes. And it is a college course, so the expectation is that in order to get your CDA, you do have to have enough knowledge of the English language to successfully write, speak, and demonstrate your English competency within the content. There is an exam that you take with the council when you finish the coursework, and that is in English, as well as your portfolio and your observations. So the CDA does offer a certificate in Spanish, but we do not offer the courses in Spanish for somebody that's interested in that option. Another question is, can those without internet access apply on paper for SPS? For SPS, it's only an online application, but Jennifer O'Brien, whose contact information is up on the screen, can help you with that internet access and how to apply through that way. For EIP, there is a paper application. I will be emailing you the paper version, which no one can apply for EIP until you receive the information from us, and with that information I will send you the paper application. You can then choose to send in the paper application, which will take a longer period of time to process, or you can take the information I provide on that paper application and apply online, which is a faster turnaround. There's a question here, what if you're already enrolled in a CUNY school? Can I still work towards my CDA and finish my associates?
This is Kim Enoch speaking. If you have questions in regards to whether or not you can work towards your CDA and finish your associates, we really encourage you to speak with us offline about that. It might be that we have some additional advice for you that we don't have the opportunity to answer during our time here on this call. But please feel free to contact Jennifer O'Brien, and we will advise you specifically on that question. Again, we also had a question about graduating from Queens College, other CUNY schools. Do you have to reapply? If you have specific questions like that about coming from a different school or questions from within the CUNY system, please contact us directly and we'll respond in more detail about those types of questions.
Hi, this is Dana Benzo again. Yes, we will be sending a copy of the PowerPoint presentation to all of you when we finish, as well as the attachments that you'll need to apply for EIP. EIP will pay for so EIP is based on your income as well as your household size. So there is a I will include that in the email that I send, that there is a chart for New York City residents. There's a maximum of $2,000 that you're eligible for, but it is based upon your income and your family size. So if you do qualify for the full amount of money, the $2,000 will cover that tuition for the 2 classes, which was around $1,637, I think. The difference when we were talking about how long it will take people to finish the program, if you are relying solely on EIP tuition, EIP will not cover all 4 course tuitions in 1 calendar year. So if you begin this September and you have not used any EIP yet for this current 2014 year, you can apply to get tuition for 2 courses in the fall semester and then reapply for EIP in December for the 2015 year and take the last 2 classes. So it would be a year in that you're starting in September and finishing in May of 2015. But if you start the program in January and you finish that December, there's not enough EIP money available to you individually to pay for the entire tuition. Yeah, everybody will have to always reapply in December and in May for the following semester. There is no tuition assistant such as FAFSA because this is a part-time program. Here I see, is this Part 1 or Part 2 CDA certificate? I think you're comparing it to some of the other CDA programs that offer a Part 1 and Part 2. This program is different in that it is a college program and that we offer college credit. So it is 4 courses, and the 4 courses are the entire CDA. There is a piece that happens after you complete our 4 classes that you will meet with somebody to go over your portfolio and get you ready to submit to the council. But it is not, there's not a Part 1 or Part 2. It is the 4 courses through SPS that prepare you for the CDA. So here's another question about EIP. Yes, EIP is only available for people that are currently working in a licensed child care program for at least 6 months at the time of application. At this time, yes, courses are only offered on Saturdays. We are not having summer courses, and the reason we're not having summer courses is because, as Kim mentioned, the EIP application opens next Thursday, May 15th, and the summer session for CUNY begins on June 1st. And there's no time, there was not enough turnaround to identify if you will have the EIP scholarship to pay for your classes. There's another question about the CDA test. For our program, we are only offering the information in English. Somebody who is more comfortable in Spanish can choose to take the test in Spanish, but the portfolio does need to be in English because we are grading your coursework, and we're only offering a program in English. The assistants, all of the classes and all of the assignments are geared towards putting together your portfolio. So when you are finished with the 4 classes, your portfolio will be complete, and your instructor will visit you twice each semester for every class, which will help prepare for the observation so that you are ready for the formal observation that will happen at the conclusion of taking the exam, taking the 4 courses. The benefits or advantages of a CDA. So if you are interested in working in a Head Start program, as an assistant teacher, it is a requirement. You will, if you are looking to be hired, many of you will find that you're hitting roadblocks. The requirement as of September of 2013 nationally was that all assistant teachers in Head Start programs must have a CDA. Many programs here in the city, Early Learn programs, UPK programs, and other programs are always also noticing the advantage and the benefit of having a CDA, and they are using that as their minimum qualification rather than just the high school diploma and being 18 years old, which is the regulation here in New York City. The other benefit is that it's a national credential, and so if you ever choose to leave the 5 boroughs, the CDA holds a lot of weight outside of the 5 boroughs. You can be a lead teacher, you can be a director in various states and various aspects around the country. So there's a lot more benefits to this. Yes, all of the courses are offered every semester, but you do have to take them in order. It is an undergraduate program. I have a question here around somebody's completing their master's. If your master's is not in early childhood education and you're interested in working in the field, yes, this is what you're going to need, because in order to work in early childhood, you have to have a degree in early childhood. So if your bachelor's or your master's is not in this field, then I would suggest taking the classes that will get your foot into the door. You're welcome. So right, if it's not in the field, definitely. Yes, they're only offered on Saturdays at this time. The final exam is, so we do not offer exams throughout the 4 classes. There is a final an exam through the council that you take at a Pearson testing site. It's a 65 multiple choice questions, and that is done at the end of the 4 courses in order to get your final credential from the Council of Professional Recognition, which is located in Washington, D.C.
And this is Kim Enoch. We just have time for 2 more questions. So one is, where is our school located? We are at 119 West 31st Street. That's 31st Street between 6th and 7th. We only hold courses at the current time here at our building. And then lastly, what other types of tuition assistance do you offer in addition to folks actually receiving the EIP? As I mentioned, we do offer a tuition payment plan. That is one option. And then the second is we have had several CDA students over the past couple of years receive what is called the Helena Rubinstein Scholarship. That is a competitive process, and the application is submitted to the central office of CUNY for review. Committee decides those awards and grants the awards. Again, that is not guaranteed, but it is something that you would be eligible for. And if you are interested in applying, please do contact us.
And just to build upon that, if any of you are currently working in a program that is participating in Quality Stars New York, you can access your Quality Scholars dollars. So that is something that you would have to look into on your end if you are a Quality Stars participating site. You can definitely contact your director or your quality improvement specialist, and they will support you in tuition assistance for this program. If you have any additional questions regarding that Quality Stars, you can always contact me at the information posted on your screen.
So that's all the time we have this afternoon for questions. Again, we encourage you to reach out to us for additional questions you might have. We will be in touch very soon with information about EIP, as well as several other documents that we'd like to send you. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon, and we look forward to hopefully welcoming you to the program come the fall.